Hi, this is Les Boson, clinical psychologist here in Melbourne, Australia. It's the last week of November. Thanksgiving is coming up if you're in the United States and celebrate it. For those of you in the US, in Australia we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Remember, that's an American tradition, as well as Canadian, but we don't celebrate Thanksgiving here. Anyway, end of November also means it's the end of spring, and we're about to enter summer. Come next week, December 1. In Australia, summer is declared, or the seasons are all declared on the 1st of the month rather than by the equinox. So for us, December 1 is the commencement of summer. We're already in daylight savings and experiencing lots of variations in weather. Speaking of variations, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers who've come along in recent months. I really appreciate you paying attention to my videos, and hopefully you're getting something out of them, not just for fear of flying, but for anxiety in general. A couple of people in recent times have written to me or made comments in the videos. I won't say who they are, but the gist is this. Les, I don't get it. I'm watching your videos and actually getting more anxious the more I watch your videos. Of course, that's not the intention, at least not directly, but let me turn it around the other way. One of the responses I often will give directly as soon as I receive such a response is, well, not everyone feels the same way. So there's something about what's going on in these videos which somehow is acting as a trigger for you. So rather than switching off these videos, or secondly, thinking of yourself as a real case, my God, this guy's trying to help me, other people are saying they're getting something out of it, and yet I'm getting worse, do not berate yourself, do not lose your momentum for going forward. You've got to take this event and learn something from it. Now, to some extent, if you keep watching the videos over and over again, you'll probably notice that your level of arousal will start to decrease. Merely through habituation, you'll just get used to it. And if that happens, that's all well and good, but you actually won't learn anything, except the more I stay in this scary situation, the less scared I'm going to start to feel. Well, that's good, but it's not where your most learning is going to come from. I actually think it's a bit of a gift that if you can actually sit in front of your computer and experience some measure of arousal that is similar in quality, if not intensity, to what happens in your realistic situation, giving a speech, boarding the plane, experiencing turbulence, going to a party, wherever it might be, and you're experiencing some of that just watching a video talking about that, it's actually a good thing. It's a little like people who come to see me all enthused from finding me on the web. Someone understands me. I like this guy's website. I like what he has to say. They come along to the first session really enthused, but come back from the second session saying, actually, my anxiety levels went up. I thought they would have gone down. And what's often going on here is that finally the person is now giving real focus to their issues and now spending a lot of time thinking about these things. And of course, your levels of arousal are going to keep on going up. They're not going to sort of burst through the seams and you're going to explode, but they will give you information about what's going on. So my guidance is this: go back and have a look at the videos, or should it happen to you out of the blue, and ask, what was it that triggered this? Was it something that I said that triggered, or was it something that came to mind? Did you get a chance to reflect on a previous flight or a previous situation, and then start to contemplate, well, what would happen if I went there again? That's Scout. I'm expecting patience soon. Scout, come back here and say hello to everyone. Come on. That's the way. You got to sit over there. I have the dog in here with all of my sessions, by the way, unless someone absolutely says, I can't have your dog here for religious beliefs, or I'm allergic to dogs, or I just don't like them, or I'm afraid of them. So let's come back to our point. I'm not going to edit this. It's too short a video. So the point is this: use whatever signals you get as a clue to what might be going on for you. There's something happening that is triggering within you a memory or a thought going forward of what might happen to you. What might happen to you producing discomfort we call discomfort anxiety. It's the anxiety you currently feel about being anxious or uncomfortable at some future point, otherwise known as anticipatory distress. Okay? Most people who come to see me go, generally speaking, up in a nice curve, upwards like so, in terms of anticipation of success. When we book a flight or when we start to do the homework, let's go out and now do this, go for a drive, go through a tunnel, go over a bridge, set up a public speech situation, they start to go like this in terms of their expressions of arousal. The anticipation of success, finally I'm going to get somewhere, through and down to the anticipation of distress. Be careful of anyone talking to you and saying it's anticipatory anxiety. That's a tautology. All anxiety by definition is anticipatory. It's about what you expect to happen in the future. So my guidance is go back and have a look at the videos that are triggering. Whatever it is belongs to you. It's not in the video. It's what you're making of what's being said, how you're putting it together and contemplating what happens if I experience this on board the flight. Do not be afraid of experiencing some measure of distress or discomfort watching these videos. They're designed to help you get more in touch with what's going on for you. Okay? If you have a comment to make, if you've seen one of the videos and you think, oh, I really need to talk to Liz about that, make a comment. Find the video, write a comment. I tend to reply fairly quickly where I can in this 24/7 world. All right? I hope that's been helpful. There's a video coming up that I'm preparing, which is a follow-up to my Iron Chef versus Short Order Cook follow-up, which the first one I did earlier expresses the ideas. The second one that you'll be seeing soon will be this is what you actually do. And I think for most people, the doing is really the important part. Hope this helps. Speak to you again soon.